I don't know why, man. I can feel it in the air that there's something special going on today.
This sounds fitting for the people that we have in the studio right now.
For this particular guest that we have in studio, this backing track. I just want to put this bloke on a pedestal.
Marc, can we just peep a smile for a second? Shaun, I haven't seen you smile this much in maybe ever. Since your wedding, I think.
I've got many things to be happy for. But can we just come out and say it?
Do us the honors.
Today, ladies and gents, on the show, we have the one and only Finn Butcher.
Come on, Butch.
Yeah, Butch.
Come on, with the mana wave and all.
He's in the building and he is here to collect, and we are going to celebrate. So let's do this.
Play on.
Lamborghini. Look out for speed! Shaun Johnson! Aguero! Aguero! Bang! It's over! Pass is intercepted at the goal line.
In your life have you seen anything like that?
Elliott hits it up into the grandstand, and New Zealand are in the World Cup final!
Play on. Play on. Play on. Play on.
Kia ora and welcome back into another show of Play On. It is great to have you here with us. We have a big show to lock into, but as Shaun just alluded to just before, we have greatness.
We got greatness.
Greatness in the building today. Sitting to the left of Shaun Johnson is Olympic gold medalist, which that must still be crazy to hear. Olympic gold medalist Finn Butcher's in the building. The bitch.
Whoa! You cannot do that to our first guest ever in studio.
Wow, the butcher.
Hey,
I'm gonna leave.
Butch.
I'm gonna leave. Be real, my
Yeah.
man.
Hey, can we just say,
No, I gotta get back in. I'm sorry, bro. The butcher's with us.
the Butcher's with us, baby. Hey, welcome in, brother. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Bro,
Buzzing.
I don't know why, like, he just alluded to, I can't stop smiling, bro, but seeing you in the flesh, like, after what you've done, it is pretty special, bro. So from the bottom of my heart, and like, sincerely from all of us, bro, thank you so much for coming in. Brother, how are you? Let's have a little check-in. Let's see how you're going, bro.
Well, it feels the same for me, to be honest. to see you guys, so yeah, I'm fizzing, eh? Man, it's been cool. It's been awesome, like, so cool to come home and get a cool reception and see all the support, because, man, like, I mean, obviously over in Paris, you sort of see a bit of it, but yeah, to really come home, and like last week I was down at home, down in Alexandria, and like went to my old school and stuff. It was sick, man. So
Yeah,
pretty cool.
So just like on that, like, since winning gold, bro, like, you won a gold medal at an Olympic Games. How's your life changed? What's your biggest, like, what is going on here moment, you know?
I reckon the biggest was when I think it was the morning after the race. Like, my coach texted me and he was like, he forwarded a message from like the New Zealand Olympic team and it was like, hey, can we pass your details on to the Prime Minister? He wants to give you a call. I was like, what? Like,
Okay.
are you serious?
Yeah.
And it was just, obviously it was just after the race and my mind was just like completely mush, like just blown.
Yeah.
And yeah, getting that text, I was like, are you serious?
So the bro Chris jumps on what was it, a FaceTime, was it?
Yeah. And straight on too. I thought it would be like one of his, I don't know, managers or something.
But his
And it was
went
just
straight
like,
there.
I answered and it was just boom, straight.
But you probably had enough
Cool.
power at the time and probably still have enough power. You could talk policies, you could talk whatever you needed to at that point.
Feed him some stuff.
What do you
eh?
need, man? What do you need?
Yeah.
Hey, look, we asked the real important questions here. The one question I have is surely you haven't, but have you paid for a beer since you won that Olympic gold? Because if you have, that is disgusting. New Zealand, we need to be better.
I might have paid for a couple. Yeah.
We need to get better.
Yeah, we went to the All Blacks game a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And yeah, in the bar in Ponsonby afterwards, I might have paid for a round, but it was more like because everyone else was buying me one, and I was like, I feel bad for everyone buying it, so I went and got one.
Hey,
But
we don't
it took me
mind
about
that.
40 minutes to get back to the table.
Yeah, Brook could
after.
learn a thing of you. Like, about that. You don't shout many, so it's nice to hear that you are a man of the people. What about like sports in general? You're a sports enthusiast, like you're at the Olympics. Are you just like following sports left, right, and centre, or are you so locked in on what you're doing that nothing else matters?
No, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. So it was actually cool in Paris. We had like a team room at the bottom of our apartment building, and then just had like 4 or 5 TVs with just all the different Olympic sports running at the same time, and it was sick. Like just to, I mean, it's probably like the rest of the New Zealand. Like you just become like when the games are on, you're just like a fan of everything.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, this sport's on. Shit, yeah, that's
Get into
cool.
it.
I'll get into that.
Can I
yeah,
ask, Finn, because you give me the impression you are just like every New Zealander.
Yeah.
Like, you do
I
seem
am,
like
yeah.
a really relatable dude. So, like, give us an insight into you, doing what you do for a sport, not necessarily having, like, mass inspiration or anything particular to see here in this country, but then going over there to where the world's greatest athletes are all taking place in one thing. Talk us through where you come from, little New Zealand, and then all of a sudden you're in Paris. What is that like? What are you thinking? What are you seeing? What's making you go, oh, what?
Yeah, man. Like you say, like I am just a Kiwi kid.
Yeah.
Like probably not a kid anymore. I like to say I am, but like, yeah, I mean, growing up in Central Otago, Alexandria, like pretty small town, not really exposed to much outside of that little place, but been traveling to Europe for a few years now, so kind of got to see a bit of that. But then like Paris during the Olympics was insane, and like the village with 30,000 people in it at one stage with just like all athletes from all different sports. It was just absolutely mind blowing, and I had so many moments during the race and during the event, like of just thinking back. I mean, like what is
is life
happened?
right
What is
now?
life, bro?
And
100%,
just
eh?
like how sick it was.
Who did you see in that, I guess, the Olympic Village that you go, hold on, that can't be?
Yeah, who's the Chad Alpha? Who's who are the big dogs? Who
Man,
are
I
the big
reckon all the
athletes?
big dogs avoided the village, because I hardly saw anyone.
Right.
I saw Andy Murray, the tennis player,
Yep.
which I'm not like a mad tennis fan. I was like, oh, that's cool.
But you can
I didn't-
appreciate like,
yeah,
the
I didn't
craft.
rush over and get a photo of him or anything. But then like the cyclists, so
Yeah.
the road cyclists, I'm like pretty into watching that at the moment. I don't know why I got into it, but
Yeah.
so a few of them, the Belgian guys, that was pretty sick. And then yeah, like I was frothing to see like LeBron or Steph Curry or something.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we
they
all, man.
they're off in the flash hotels.
They
somewhere.
checked out
somewhere
when they
else.
saw the cardboard beds, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, run us through the cardboard beds.
Are they as bad
Are
as
they as
what
bad
they
as- yeah.
sound or
Like,
seem?
the cardboard's fine, right? Because it's just like a bed base.
Yeah.
Like bed bases are hard anyway.
Yeah.
And they're pretty solid. Like you can see videos of people like jumping on
Yeah.
them and stuff. But the mattress sucks.
Okay.
The mattress is like this thick. Like I don't know.
And how long were you in there for?
And-
Like, how long were you sleeping on that for?
Or I was in there the whole time. So like
Well, here's a good 2.5 weeks.
yeah, like 2.5 weeks of in there. But I got a mattress topper on top of it, which actually made it way better.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I-
I'm just like, it's so random, eh? Like, you've got like the pinnacle of sport, and then you just like, have these crappy.
I
ass
still don't
beds,
get
like-
that. I do
Yeah.
not understand how you can get the best athletes in the world
Yeah, it's
in an
weird, eh?
environment, and when you're at that level and understand what goes into performance and sleep and the the impact that has, how you're just tossing that up. Eh?
Yeah.
I don't really understand that, but
There were a couple of things in the Paris setup, though, that were head scratches, right? Because I was reading something about the swimming pool that they'd specifically made for the actual Olympics, and that in competition pools it's typically 3 meters deep, but this one couldn't go that deep because of what they were making, so it was 2 meters, and therefore that's why we didn't have as many records broken in the pool, because not as much water can move through, so the waves were
Right.
coming back up and down.
Yeah,
So
it's like more
the
drag on
mattresses-
it. I think. Hey, yeah.
So more mattresses, the mattress saga,
so
the
random,
pools,
you're
there's a
like-
whole lot of things that happen in Paris that we had no. Yeah.
Surely there's a standard for that.
no.
Yeah,
Well, this is
like-
the bit. Hey, back to my point. But then they go spend all that money on cleaning up that river. Come on, bro.
Which people still get a coli from
yeah,
anyway.
they got sick from anyway. Push the money in the right areas.
Man, I reckon if you tested some of the things we paddle on, like outside of the Olympics, it
Oh.
would be horrific.
Really?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
bad.
they're super bad.
Hey, do we have time to dive in a little bit more about Finn's background and I guess where to now for you? Like, you go to the Olympics, you win gold. Now you've got a profile, like a real, like rightly so. What are you up to now? What does your seasons look like? What does competition look like? Look like for you moving forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, talk us through that.
Like immediately, I'm actually going back to Europe this week on
Okay.
Thursday.
Damn, no rest
so
for the wicked.
yeah, straight back in. So I've got 2 more World Cups. So like in a normal season, we've got 5 World Cup races. So it's sort of a series.
Yeah.
And then 1 World Champs. And this year, instead of the World Champs, we had the Olympics, obviously. So, yeah, like, I mean, since the race, it's been pretty hectic. So life's like quite different to what it was before. And yeah, sort of just like trying to work out how everything looks. So, like at this point now, we're sort of starting the next, ending the 4-year cycle.
Yeah.
And starting the next one. So basically all our like sport and funding and everything is based off like a 4-year Olympic cycle.
Yeah.
So we kind of got to go through like all the big debriefs and all that jazz, and then plan for the next 4 years, and then like try to get
Well, the pie must be a little sweeter right now, right? Surely after the back of the Olympics.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Is there a bit
hopefully,
more
yeah.
money getting pushed, your way or your guys' way?
We hope so. I mean, like, obviously, Olympic champion is like the best you can get in a 4-year Olympic cycle. So we're hoping that our sport will get a bit more money pushed its way, and at least my campaign for the next 4 years will be pretty like well supported. So it means I can go and try to defend it and get another one. And get another one in slalom as well, because I do 2 events. So
it must have been a roller coaster too, because we were keeping such a close eye of everything that was happening. And I think you kind of blew New Zealand away with it. For a lot of us, it was the first time we've seen that race. And you start in the sky, and you make your way down, and so you're not even starting in water. But a couple of days before that, you got penalised like 50 points or something. Where it's just such a roller coaster of was that 3 or 4 days for you? How was that sort of week? Because obviously it finished on the all-time of highs, but there was that moment where I also thought you handled yourself really well with some of those interviews that I saw.
Thank you.
It was extremely impressive, but I could tell in the moment you've trained so hard, you've worked all this way, and then to be penalised for something that a lot of us were like, I don't know much about that. That didn't seem like that was right.
I mean, like I said, I got 2 events. So slalom was always going to be first. We knew it was first, and that was kind of the one that we start in. Like when you're a kid, we go kayaking, but you start in racing slalom. So I guess that was the first love almost. But like the margins are so fine in that, like, because if you touch a gate with anything, you get 2 seconds added. So you can sort of carry that through. If you miss one, like you say, it's 50 seconds.
Did you miss it? You didn't miss it, bro. I know you didn't miss it, bro.
You speak your truth, bro.
In the moment, you're like I didn't think I missed it. But then like I asked, you say like you ask the judges a question, So like I gave them the opportunity to have to make the decision.
Yeah.
And they obviously decided that I missed it. But it was, it's like this much.
Yeah.
Like a couple centimeters here and there, and it's all good because you have to get your whole head
up down
inside the gate.
Yeah.
So it has to be here, and it would have been like.
Are we practicing that? Is that are we doing this
man.
like?
Yeah.
Like all aspects of like clearing that gate.
Yeah. So like we have, like we train on the whitewater every day. So in Manukau, at the Victor Whittle.
Oh, that seems close.
So we train there a lot, and then like are you guys keen to come?
now-
I can see you lining
Just
it
an
up.
eye test.
Just give us a look up and down.
Eye test to do the race that you won the gold medal in.
Yeah.
Who are you taking?
Oh, choose one.
Yeah.
Just choose
We
one.
get out there on the water.
If you needed like a partner to go for your next 4-year cycle,
Yeah.
who are you taking out of us two? Oh,
We got to go SJ surely.
yes, the Butch. Sit back in your seat, my man.
Oh, I know. I mean, obviously you're finishing up, retiring, so we can line you something
this is what
else
we're here
up.
for. We want to shed light on these sports, baby, and I am glad that
You know what? Let's get out on the water.
Hey,
you know what?
But I would love to have you. It'd be so fun to
bro.
get you guys.
I need to see this bloke drop from the sky.
Yeah.
Can we have a
slide
race?
you off there.
Can we sort that out? We have Shaun
I'm
and
sure
I
we
have a
can
race.
tee it up. Yeah. I'll
we-
get back in October, and then like it'll start warming up a bit, and it'll be a bit nicer to go down. But
November 1st, I'm there on the water.
surely,
Bro, let's do it, Butch. Wait, get
We
us
actually
out.
can, yeah.
Get the play on boys
Come
out
on,
there.
get
We would do
out
our
there.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, would love to. Would love to come out.
That's
That'd be
Yeah,
bro,
man, that'd be
that's mad.
fun. We'll probably have to do a couple little lessons for an hour or so, and
that's
then
all I ask.
and then we'll send you down.
Yeah, please.
Couple of life
please, can
jackets,
we?
one goes straight to-
Yeah.
Which I don't actually think these boys know what they're in for. I've had a chance of doing that in the kayak down the.
Oh, yeah?
It is
Not a clue.
freezing cold water. The rapids.
Is it cold water?
It's freezing cold.
Oh,
out
like
there.
now it'll be cold, but like in the summer it warms up. It's
Help
like
the
it's like
boys out.
it's a man-made like lake down in Monaco.
Yeah.
So
And you can adjust the rapid size, right? Like the
yeah,
size of the
so they
actual-
can like turn up the water or down. But we've got a smaller. So there's 2 channels. We've got like the race one, and then like there's a smaller one.
We'll start
on
with
the
this
race
one.
one. So
you can start on the small
I heard
one.
you. We'll start on
This
the
is
small
the
one.
thing, though.
But the ramp's only on the top one, so you've got to
We'll build our way
you've got to build your way up, and then we'll slide you. The ramp here is.
You don't want to see me on that water, bro. You're on that smoke.
This is weird because I actually do. It'll be so good to see you.
My waka armor's just gonna be sheesh. I'll be down that water.
Have you been kayaking before?
I have.
I actually
Okay.
think
Yeah.
I've
I
been
should've
out.
picked you then.
I think I've actually been out to Monaco's one.
Okay.
We did it as a team activity like
Oh,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And we did go off this drop. I
Yeah.
can't quite remember it, but there was a few of us in this kayak. It
Yeah,
wasn't
so
just
you would have
one
been
out.
in a raft probably.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So they got
okay.
they got a man-made waterfall. that you
Yeah,
can go
this
off
is all
to.
coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's called Wet and Wild. Okay?
It sounds wet and very wild. Hey, you've seen the show before, Finn, and we were wanting to see if you'd like to take part in our next feature. You cool duo with a fifth and final. Before,
yes.
Before you have to head
Yeah.
over to Europe, of course.
The Butch is in.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Let's
My
do
man.
it, lad.
We're in.
It is indeed time for fifth and final, where we'll bring you all the sports news that happened over the weekend / what we're looking forward to as well. And we launch into it with Lydia Ko winning the AIG Women's Open.
Proper freak.
The GOAT.
Weapon, man.
Guys, Lydia Ko, she won the British Open at St Andrews. It was her third major title. The Olympic champion fired a 3-under par 69, which got her into a share of the lead late in her round.
Yeah.
And a birdie on the 18th gave her a one-shot lead. Ko then had to wait for her rivals to finish their rounds and ended up winning by 2 shots.
Let's
mean,
go.
That's like
Geek out, Shawnee, geek
yeah,
out.
I love this. I absolutely love this. I don't know if you guys watched this final round, okay, and I might get some of me facts a little bit off, but for the sake of the story, let's just run with it. You know, this is play on sports show. But she was in a tie for the lead with about 3-4 holes. There was about 3 or 4 of them in the share with it, and the conditions were like horrendous, bro. It was like wind into her face, rain, everything going on, right? It was a par 4, her second shot in. She actually had to pull out, like it was either a hybrid or a 3-wood. And she has hit the shot that no one else in her field would ever hit. And she rolls it up, and actually to get out of there, I think it was hole 16 or 17, to walk away from that hole with a par, that was deemed as like, okay, you've just gained a shot on the rest of the field. So that's what set her up going down the last. She birdies the last. And obviously off the back of what she's been able to do at the Olympics, and Butch, you just touched on it, with what you've done since the Olympics have finished, to see her go back out there and run it back like that, I think that's what makes this one even more impressive.
Yeah, I've barely touched a kayak since I finished the games, and she's just straight back into it.
That's
man.
crazy,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
did you
She's
ever
a
chat with her?
weapon. Yeah.
You said you were talking.
Yeah. I saw her after, like, the night after she won at the games, and like just caught up with her at NZ House and got a photo with her and stuff. She was super nice, and
Yeah.
that was wicked, man. She's just a great Kiwi, and obviously an absolute machine on the course.
Do you guys have a gold medal group chat? You guys just start a WhatsApp, and it's exclusive. You can only be in if you want a gold.
We had one actually for the flag bearers at the thing. So I saw my name like get added to a group chat. I was like, "What's this?"
what's
And
going
then
on?
it was with Lisa
Yeah.
Carrington, the goat, and I was like, "Oh,
Man,
here we go.
you've-
Something's happening."
I wonder if a couple of those names that you've just mentioned would join us on the show. Hey, imagine if we got Lydia on.
Oh,
And
I
Lisa,
reckon.
actually. I don't know which one I'd be more like, a little bit like, hang on, you're sitting next to us in this chair?
Well, that's funny because, guys, if you ever follow Shaun and hope that you potentially get a follow back, don't even worry about it. All right?
What?
Don't even worry about it. Lisa Carrington has 8 gold medals. Shaun's sitting out there before us. Shit, that's right. I should probably follow back Lisa Carrington.
no.
I should
No.
Wow.
The goat, we got to follow back the
The
goat.
goat, bro.
I'm just super chuffed we got Finn Butcher and Butcher and Shaun.
done it again.
Hey, done it again.
Nah, no,
That's a throw at
no,
you.
no,
That's a throw at you.
no, I want it.
You want what?
Yeah, fair enough.
Throw it
bro,
over.
have
You
it.
guys
have
are an
it.
absolute
Have
disgrace.
it.
Throw it over. Give me my moment,
Have
please.
it,
I want
You
my
wanting a
Frank moment.
Frank? Okay, here we roll.
I'm sorry, Butch. Just bear with me while I get this stuff off my
Nah,
chest.
fair, bro. I'm going to tap out. You got that.
Now, this one stings a little bit because we have the absolute honour of having a gold medalist in studio, and we've been having team meetings out there. We assembled today, like, very early to go over this chat with you. We spoke about how we wanted to execute. We spoke about how we wanted to be on our game today, all right? And all I asked from these guys is don't mess it up. And they were coming at me. Shaun, you're newly retired. You're new to this. They're coming at me, Shaun. Oh, we can't wait to see how you go interviewing. Here I am, dealing with 2 morons that
Harsh
want to
but
mess
fair.
up your last name. So from the bottom of my heart,
Mine
Butch,
too, bro. Mine too.
all right?
Mine too.
From the bottom of my heart, we apologise, and we will be better for this experience. But thank you for putting up with these 2. All right? And I'm glad I got that off my chest, but you two, you can maybe learn a thing or 2 off me, huh? How about that?
Oi,
It's
fair.
gonna be
You can
there.
have that one.
There
That's
we go.
fair.
Very fair, very
Thank you,
fair.
brother.
Yeah, no, Finn, sorry about that. You know what it is? I feel like it's Brook and I, we're more performers. As soon as we get put us through training, we got
gold medalists in front of us now. It gets a little scary.
We're used to just going off the cuff. Speaking of going off the cuff, they will not have a Leon McDonald to help them. It's the All Blacks taking on Springboks this Sunday morning. The All Blacks have touched down in South Africa, and Scott Robertson is describing this as the biggest challenge yet for his first season in charge. They face a rematch of last year's World Cup final, the iconic venue, Ellis Park in Johannesburg, before moving. They've all obviously said that it's been one of those games that the build-up is so much more intense. Then they just, you hit the field and it's a whole nother story. And of course, the news coming out earlier in the week, no Leon McDonald anymore in the coaching setup. That
was an interesting one. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Maybe in-house. We tried to do a little bit of investigating.
We tried to do some digging, didn't we?
Yeah, but everyone seemed pretty tight-lipped about everything that was going on. So that one, to me, was a bit of a curveball. But in saying that, if they felt like it was the right thing to do, instead of dragging it out a year, 2 years...
good on them, eh?
Yeah, you sometimes just have to bite the bullet. Time will tell. This is one of those ones where time will tell. We don't know how that was going to work out. But there's no bigger test than going over to play the Springboks right now with the momentum that they have. This is the time though where you can shush the critics too. Obviously, the first game against Argentina, they didn't go very well in Wellington. Come back with a big win. The locking partnership isn't there at the moment. Like, there's so many question marks you can chuck around the All Blacks at the moment. But in-house, this is where you can shut everybody up real quick. You have two dominant wins, which is so much easier said than done against the Boks in South Africa. But if you can, this is how you turn everyone real quick.
Yeah, I for this sort of match, you don't even have to be like the greatest rugby fan to appreciate this rivalry. And I think like that's enough for me to get up, Sunday morning. Like this game in particular, these two nations going at it, there's something special about it. And man, fans over that side of the world, they just do things different, eh?
Oh.
Man, the culture, the chants, the songs, the hymns, like it's so cool to watch. So, man, it's a cool opportunity for our boys to get up there and do something special. But I'm looking forward to watching this.
Yeah, it feels like remember we were all up in arms because Fozzie had taken over the coaching reins, and all of a sudden there was one game that put him, that told everyone.
That's right.
Didn't the CEO of NZR fly over to South Africa and was willing to do a press conference to say
close?
that was his last game,
right? Yeah,
and then was over in South Africa with nothing to say because they won in South Africa. So yeah, hoping for another one of those moments.
Quickly before you get to the next one, were you ever a rugby guy, league guy? Did you play any other sport?
Man, I was just thinking this on the way here because I was like, I'm sure they're going to ask me if I play rugby. But when I was 5, I really wanted to play, and we missed the sign-on, and that was it.
You didn't go
That
there?
was it. Done. Never went back.
Well, you made
So
the right call in the end, I guess.
I don't know, man, but yeah. So, but I've been a fan. I'm
Yeah.
a fan. I mean, like most Kiwis.
You can't help it. They
Yeah.
throw it in your face that
Man,
much.
So yeah, I appreciate
hater
it
of
so
you.
much, and like it's a crazy sport. And
So
man,
from missing that out, was straight into kayaking, or there was other water sports loves? It was like
just all outdoor,
anything
adventure
outdoors.
kind of sports. Love mountain biking.
Yep.
Used to go skiing because obviously it was pretty close to home, and kayaking as well. So it was just like all of that, and but bit of football, soccer, bit of cricket in the summer, like kind of normal Kiwi stuff. But never went back to rugby. I don't know why.
It has to be bred different. I'm just thinking about it growing up in Alexander and just being out there on the water during winter.
Yeah.
Ooh, couldn't catch me out
You got
there.
an edge to you.
Yeah,
Couldn't
we used
catch
to.
me out there. Ooh, there's no way.
We used to break the ice on our like little training pond.
See what I mean?
Like literally, like
Couldn't be me, bro.
slide your kayak in and then just like break it as
And
you.
they
go
want to know
out.
why we built different down
Yeah,
there.
I had my electric blanket on 3 last night. I was
The
sleeping
bro had a
warm.
heat pack on his shoulder earlier.
I really did, bro. I really did.
Moving through to the Rugby League and the Warriors, the result didn't fall our way, but all the chat has now moved on to Stephen Crichton's high shot on RTS with NRL referee boss Graham Ainsley addressing the media, saying it was, the decision not to send Stephen Crichton off to the sin bin following the high shot on Roger Tuivasa-Sheck during the Warriors' clash with the Bulldogs was a, quotation mark, judgment error.
No,
Another one on the chin.
can't cop it anymore. Cannot cop it anymore.
Come on, get out.
I mean, I know I've got one game left, but it's just not on.
Let the shackles off,
Nah,
baby. Let
like,
the shackles
I want to
off.
say this in a way where I don't get myself freaking
No, because
trouble.
we're all thinking it.
Yeah, no, but I just want to, like, enough's enough of coming out post and saying we got it wrong. Like, we're all human. We're all open to errors. But an error to me isn't seeing a replay and then still
Yes,
not changing
Shawnee.
your decision. That's not an error. That well,
Yes, Shawnee! Yes!
no. I'm just gonna back my way out of this conversation now.
Well, let me.
But
Okay, I'll pick it up for you. On
That's
that
where
point.
I'm at, guys.
I think we're all on that. Is it? If you got two eyes, and I want to say, Critter is actually one of my favorite players. But if you have two eyes, there is no way, in any way, shape, or form, that that's not 10 in the bin. If anything else, there was a shoulder to Roger Tuivasa-Sheck's head.
It was.
That was as blatant as we can get it. And let's not just put it on RTS. There was one with Mitch Barnett.
Mitch Barnett, yeah. No one wants to talk about that one. But Roger actually got up doing the stanky
He was
leg.
doing the Dougie.
Yeah, he was all like he was that bad. So it's like, you cannot tell me that we get punished by losing one of our best players for the rest of the game, and this bloke here doesn't get punished for that outcome.
No, and well, also, let me just put my league hat on really quickly, is you guys have to rotate everything.
Ah.
RTS goes off. No one talks about the formations. They have to change. Everyone's picking up someone else's,
Yep.
I was going to say load, but whatever you need to call it. Nothing happens on the other side, though. There's no error. So what we see is Roger go off. No one talks about the systems or how you guys have to change the whole back line up, how everything changes, but nothing happens on the other side.
I want to finish this by saying this is not an excuse for why we lost.
No,
This
it's
is
good.
not an
Bro,
excuse.
come on, that's what we do.
No,
it
but
is,
this
yeah.
isn't. This isn't because they are, man. One thing I realized playing the Dogs on the wing, they're a good sound side, a balanced side that is like, I know they're the Bulldogs, but they got that dog in them, man. And I'm not. They're gonna go and do some things, I reckon, at the back end of the year, just because of that camaraderie they got and that togetherness they play with. So, yeah, good on them for getting the win. But that there, I could not cop anymore. I was like, bro,
Welcome, Shawnee.
we're all looking at this. We got the biggest screen in the comp. Look at that. Are you going to tell me there's nothing wrong with that right there? So, yeah, anyway, I kicked the ball out and we played on.
Actually, speaking of, sorry, we haven't really touched on this last, but I was at the game, and I think people will want to talk about it. It's the last time that we see you play at Mount Smart or Shaun Johnson Stadium, as you want to call it, on the night. I said this on the morning shift, but and I hope you know me saying this. You know
this might mean a bit.
Yeah, you know
Go
what
on,
it
then.
means. I was there for the final, I guess, hurrah, where we get to say goodbye to you in your final game. And I felt the energy when it was there. And you soak it all up. It's amazing to be a part of. We're on the field. We kind of have like that family moment that, you know, I see my son Winter run up to Shaun during his last interview. You know, and so there's photos that we as friends and family will have forever. Yep. But then I'm on social media after the game and I'm scrolling through and I saw multiple, this is 4 or 5 different videos of adults crying that this is your last game. And I had to have a minute where I just go, you really did something.
Yeah, bro.
You know, like these tears from adults saying this is the last time that we get to see you run out. That has to mean something.
Bro, it has been the most surreal feeling to realize the impact that you may have had on someone. And it's not until you go through occasions like we went through in the weekend where it's like you walk out and in my mind I was like, you know, bro, it's okay if you sort of get a bit emotional here. You know, like just absorb it, just see how it goes. So I walk out and I look back and like I just catch eyes with people. Like actually sort of I don't look at the big picture. I look at like the detail within that big picture and seeing just kids, adults, seeing what it meant to them. That's ultimately like what broke me. And I actually thought it was going to be the feeling of like, I'm not going to get to do this again that would get me. But it was actually turning around and just looking over that shoulder and being like, holy, like, man, these guys generally just like have an appreciation for me, you know, like, and that was such a warm, wholesome moment for myself and my family. And I will never, ever forget it. You know, like the Warriors, Cam George, Marc Robinson, everyone involved at the club on a higher level that put the night on, I cannot thank like enough. Like my family was taken care of. You guys were all in your own little space. And bar the result, and maybe some nice weather would have helped. Like, it was the most perfect send-off I could ever have asked for.
Yeah.
And not in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be pulling up for my last game to a stadium in my name. Not in my wildest dreams did I think I'd get to walk out to that reception with my teammates lining up, clapping me on. Like, it's all stuff that you don't actually play the game for, but to see the impact that you may have had along the way, it's like, still right now actually feels kind of surreal talking about it. Yeah. But It's a place that I'm honestly going to miss playing in, and yeah, bro, I still cannot believe I didn't wipe enough of my tears away and I dropped the ball in the first set. It's crazy. I was like, walked past it to me out the back and I went, oh, Lord. Oh, no. So that was a great way to get the game going. But yeah, all in all, just, yeah, extremely grateful. It's just extremely grateful beyond words.
It was a hell of a night. Guys, I think I saw 47 huckers
Oh, yeah, there was a few going on.
for Shaun. It was
a few going on.
one heck of a
Pretty
night.
special, man.
Yeah, bro.
All right, my one for today. I find this extremely interesting. There's a study that finds Americans, but I don't think this is strictly with Americans, but Americans spend more on sports bets than investing in the stock market. Which
That's the culture, baby.
I kind of
Here
I'm
for
not
a
against
good
that.
time, not a long time, hey?
right, which I kind of understand too, because Marc and I were talking about this before. I have a better understanding about sports than I do about the stock market.
Yeah.
I have a better idea of, okay, LeBron's not playing this weekend. Okay, sweet. Then maybe I'll go against the Lakers. Oh, yeah, sweet. Like, I have a better understanding of what's going to happen on the basketball court than I have any chance of understanding what's happening on the stock market. So this here, to me, makes sense. Finn, get on this part. Shawnee, you can't have anything to do with it, though. What I thought would be a good idea is let's go and bet on the Warriors game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm doing the Homer Simpson back into the bush right now. Let's-
Yeah,
I'll
you're
just
not
push
allowed
me
to do
mic
that.
away.
You can't say
Or
anything.
maybe some Morse code with my eyes if you want to look this
Yeah,
way.
blink twice if you think it's going to go the other way. So, one, boys, Finn, get in on this one. The Warriors are paying $4.60, which is a real slap in the face. To Cronulla, it should be no. But they're paying $4.60. Cronulla's paying $1.20. If you keep scrolling down, though, this is the part that really threw me. Warriors to win by 1 to 12, $5. The Warriors to win by 13 plus, $11.50, family.
Man.
$11.50. How's training week been? Oh, that's right. You can't say that.
You can't say anything, Shaun. Yeah, and yeah, are we thinking, like, what are the conditions? Are like, surely we're not that bad in Cronulla. Surely we're not. Don't say anything, Shaun.
I just want to
Don't
say,
anything, Shaun.
remember what happened there last time?
This will be the last time we can possibly do this with you, Shaun, because, you know, you're contracted still for another game. So, you know, this is the last time we would have to be, we get to talk about the odds on a sports game that, you know, you're doing. So, yeah, we can, I don't know. I mean, Cronulla,
Give me
they
Cronulla
really
13
are
plus.
liking Cronulla 13 plus. They've got it at $1.88. That's
You guys are dogs, man.
13 plus, give me Cronulla 13 plus. The TAB seems like Finn. What are you taking of those odds? Are we allowed to talk about this still? We
Yeah.
are? Yeah. Like Finn, what would you take there? We got Cronulla. This is the crazy part. Cronulla 1 to 12, $3.15. Cronulla 13 plus, $1.88.
That's
Sure.
$1. That's enough. Even the you might get in trouble for that. Or we have, like we said, Warriors 1 to 12, $5, or 13 plus, $11.50.
Man, that 1 to 12 looks all right anyway for $5.
$5, right?
$5.
$5.
That's good.
What, like,
You got to back the Wars. Come on.
I knew we were doing good having the Butch in studio. Yes.
you know, and like Shaun, you can't say anything, but I'm thinking the one team that Shawnee really wants to beat would be Cronulla. Obviously, spend a bit of time there, going back to the old stomping ground. $5, you're right, bro. $5 sounds pretty sweet to me too, bro. I might go $5 up the was.
Love that. Butch, you got a headline? You got anything you want to talk about?
I do, yeah. So, I don't know, have you guys seen much of America's Cup stuff? Man,
I'm
it's
not-
Sporadically.
wild.
I mean, I watch it every time the America's Cup comes on, especially if it's down these ways, right? It's
Yeah.
impressive. So what do you got?
So, well, I've been following a little bit because I know some guys and girls that are sort of involved in the thing there, and I'm a bit of a nerd with the tech.
Love that.
Love it,
Love
man.
Here we go.
So it's so cool. But they've just had the preliminary regatta. So Team New Zealand took that one out, which is good. Good little warm up. But one thing, man, was the Swiss team. I think it's Swiss. Alingi,
Oh, yeah.
Red Bull Racing. They they snapped the mast. So the sail, the mast,
That big
it
beam?
snapped in half while they were sailing. They're just cruising along. I don't know. They go like 70 or 80k an hour or something, like wild.
Yeah.
And then the thing just like out of nowhere just snaps in half and just almost comes like straight down into the boat. Like it just missed like the guys. You know how they sit kind of on the
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah.
It just like straight past.
So
them.
no one got injured?
No one injured, all good, but like terrifying.
Do they have a backup?
Yeah,
They're-
that's it. Like, bro, is that mid-race that happened?
No, I think it was like
Just
a
in like
couple
a-
days before the preliminary regatta. But yeah, that was. I don't know if you can cut a video into it, or it'll be on YouTube somewhere.
Worth
but
watching though, eh?
Man, it's wild. It'll be so scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah,
Do they have
foils
the
that cost so
same?
much.
Do they have the same kind of advancements, or is it like that in your sport? Yeah, I mean, America's Cup is something else. Like it is the amount of money they spend on those advancements is something else. But is there that kind of competitive spirit within what you do?
there's a bit of that. Yeah, it's pretty low tech compared to the America's Cup, but
Like what type of things can you modify on a kayak?
Oh, so like in the kite cross, you basically can't do anything. You can change the inside. So we've got like carbon fittings and stuff on the inside that like basically are set to us, like molded to us, and like things that hold my knees in and like stuff like that. But the outside, so the outside's plastic and it's mass produced, so it has to be mass produced, and
Really?
like, everyone has to be able to have access to it.
Yeah.
But in the slalom, you can pretty much do anything. So if you wanted to like make a new boat or do anything, you could. But it's kind of crazy because you get so used to it, like used to the boat you paddle, that like it takes a long time to get used to something different.
Is it like
And-
a shoe where you wear a shoe and you're just so used
A little
to
bit,
wearing that
yeah,
shoe?
and like the flex of it, and like so if you have a brand new one, it's quite stiff, and then like after a while, it just like you break it in a little bit. But also they're handmade, so like they make them in two halves and then they join them together, and so like if they join it together a little bit wrong, it just feels like completely
You can tell.
different.
How do you
It
travel? Like,
drives me insane.
do you
actually.
send it or do you travel
No,
with it?
we just take it through the airport.
What if I passed you in the airport, you're carrying your kayak, you just got it.
Yeah. So like the slalom one. So the other ones, the cross ones, are 18 kilos. So it's like you can't really travel with them because it takes like all your baggage allowance.
right.
But the slalom ones are 9 kilo, but it's super easy to break them, right?
Yeah.
So like sometimes you might fly, like across to Europe or whatever, get to the other end, your boat's just been like run over or something, just like flattened. You're like sick. I've got
It's
to
not
sort
ideal, is it?
Yeah, so can you just pick up a new one? Like, obviously, if Shaun forgets his boots, he can go buy a new
That's it,
pair.
whip
at
up some new ones.
Sterling
but,
Sports.
it's a hassle.
I bet.
Yeah. So if you're going to Europe, it's all right because the companies are all based there, and they'll probably do you a solid. Well, at least now where I am now, they'd be like, okay, cool, we'll like get you, one in a couple.
You
But
just
it'll be a
knock on the
couple of
window with
weeks.
your medal and just be like, you know who I am now.
Knock on it,
Yeah,
yeah.
baby.
But like if you're like young or whatever, then yeah, it's not ideal, man.
Oh,
you can fix them as well, but obviously it's not the same.
Yeah.
I'm still
It's
buzzing
just,
now. You just walk around the
Wait.
airport with it.
Wait,
Yeah.
we just said medal.
Oh, have you got the medal?
Did you bring it in, Blaine? You've got it in.
You got the medal?
Of course I do.
No,
I was too
thing's
scared. What do you
sit
mean?
back there. No,
I was
sit
too
back.
scared to ask.
No. Oh,
Oh, you don't
You
wear
just
it?
put it in your pocket?
You don't wear it?
Yeah. I've got it in a special sock. Don't worry. I don't know if you can see that on the. It's clean. It's clean.
Oh, that is so
The
cool.
sock's the best place to keep it. I'll pass it around this way.
right,
Show
okay,
me.
before I touch that, you got to tell me, is there like any etiquette that we just, we don't want to...
I've got 2 rules.
Yep.
Don't drop it.
Okay.
Pretty obvious one.
Yep.
And don't bite it.
Okay.
You know, people like biting
They
them.
go like that?
Well, they asked us to do it on the podium.
Yeah.
But it actually makes marks in it.
Okay.
And so like I've got my podium marks, but
I'm glad you
Oh,
said
no,
because
maybe,
he's
you
a
know.
definite biter.
a
So
biter,
he's
I'm a
nibbling on
biter.
that for
Yeah,
sure.
but
well,
also
doubt.
like it's been through a few schools and stuff. So I gave it a clean, but yeah, you probably catch something. If you,
I don't know what just happened
you
to
can
me.
put it on. Do whatever you want.
I felt something. As soon as I saw that, I felt...
It's so cool, eh?
You know when you see greatness?
Man, I rewatched my interview the other day with Andrew Mulligan.
I don't want to
That was an
hold on.
incredible
I just-
interview, by
I
the
just
way.
wanna hold
And
that.
Mel's killed that.
I
That was
couldn't.
incredible.
I didn't realize, but I couldn't stop grabbing it and like looking at it. Like I looked back at it, I was like,
stand up.
man,
That's funny.
yeah.
Oh, I'll start off the
heavy.
I'll start off the giving because I was the lowest of the lows.
Yes. For my headline, this is actually my headline, Butch.
Mate.
Mate,
Congratulations.
we came out and we said,
Him.
individual athletes, we want to support you and we want to celebrate you. So my headline today is Finn Butcher is the very first. He is the very first of our individual athletes to come in and collect his payment. So for that, that deserves a round of applause for our man
fellas.
Butch.
Thank you. Appreciate
And
it.
here you go, my brother. This one's a little bit heavier than the rest, but proudly.
Oh, you're a legend.
My brother.
Mate, thank you.
Butch, I know this is Shaun's headline, but I took the time. See, one thing I've noticed in life is that money comes and goes, but a card with words on it can last a lifetime. So I got you some. Oh, that was the phone. Don't worry, it was in the middle.
That's
Oh, he's got it on. It's all good.
yeah. He's unplugged
I've got
everything
my
here.
card there. I think actually,
Oh,
I think Marc,
oh, thank you.
Marc wrote something as well. So, I mean, as good as money is, and
Yeah.
it is great. Shout out to Shaun.
Yeah.
But just a few words of
I'll read it now.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got something in there.
yeah, there's $100 for you. There too, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right, read it out, please. This will be good.
Butch, from a fan admiring a legend, and then it's got a little thing that says, "A tail is being wagged in your honor."
Yeah, it is.
That's part of the.
There's part of
the
the dog
card.
at the front. Yeah. Yeah.
What you did at the games should hang in the Louvre.
It should.
Studies of your greatness will be done on it.
Big facts.
Thanks for your time, King. From Brook, and only Brook.
That's right. That's right, brother. That's right.
Hey, that's well
Legend.
written.
I think Marc actually wrote you
Thank you.
something too.
Oh, you
so
don't need to read mine. You don't need to read my one.
Just Shaun just.
Let's see how far that gets you in Europe. See how far that gets you over there.
Well.
Well,
Wow. What a interesting position we find ourselves in here, Marc.
indeed we do, Brooke. As the dust has settled, a realization has sprung upon us.
One Shaun Johnson may not be as honest as we thought. Stealing Nan's glory,
Stealing Nan's glory.
if you will. Yesterday, we were very lucky. We had Finn Butcher join us in studio.
Gold medalist.
Shout out to Finn Butcher, an absolute legend of New Zealand. And a part of him coming in was he was going to receive $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Shaun had promised it.
$150 actually.
You brought the 100, I brought the 50.
We did.
We put our little bit in, and we also gave him a card to make it that little bit extra.
Remember when Shaun said, "Hey, see how far that card takes you over in Europe?"
Mocked us.
Mocked us, money shamed us, if you will. Well, the funny thing about that is Frank Energy actually has something to do with this, didn't they?
Frank Energy is actually the people who paid the $1,000.
So
that
Shaun didn't-
claimed
he didn't
to be
pay.
his.
So he took all the glory from.
Frank Energy, we love you.
You guys are the stars.
Finn, by all means, thank Frank Energy, not our friend Shaun. We did, however, provide the 100.
You keep that 150.
And the 50.
You keep that 150.
Yeah,
That's on the house. Shaun, though. Interesting, fella.
Interesting.
Way to take all the credit there, Shaun.
Hey, but brother, honestly, on a bit of a more sensitive note, thank you so much for coming in and being our very first guest. Bro, honestly, not just us, but the rest of the nation is so proud of you. All the best for your rest of your season. Going over there to support your partner too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro, thank you so much, and we'll catch up again
You're a
soon.
legend,
man.
bro.
Man, I
Legend.
The
appreciate
man.
it. Thank you so much. I actually want to add, so like we talked about before, like hopefully getting that thing, the gold medal, will mean like my next 4 years will be pretty well supported, and
Yeah, boy.
like, hopefully I can do a pretty good campaign towards LA and try to defend it and,
See you
and
in
get
LA,
another
baby.
one.
You
So,
know, that's it right there.
So this, like I was thinking to do something like not just take it for myself, you know, like my coach is actually pretty heavily involved with like the H.O.R.S.E Foundation and getting people with disabilities into sport. So he's been getting people kayaking who are like, you know, who are disabled and have, you know, spinal cord injuries or born with things or whatever. So yeah, that'll be going to
Oh, okay.
to
If
a
you couldn't love him
foundation, so-
anymore.
yeah.
Unreal, man.
I appreciate it, fellas. It was pretty cool, man. It was funny after the race. Like people were like tagging you, like in the NZOC NZ team like posts. And,
Oh,
like,
yeah, I saw that too.
pay up, and I was like, what's going on here? And then like and then I clicked and started seeing them clips and stuff. It was crack up. So,
Nah, wicked, bro.
Absolute legend, bro. We appreciate your time. You're.
oh, thanks for having me. Been cool,
I
man.
feel like I've done something.
He's
as
not
well.
going to want to take
I
it
don't
off,
want to
though.
take it off, bro.
Wait,
I
and
know.
we'll see you at Monaco and the Rapids too. Hey, we're going to get out there and do that, eh, my boy? All right, G. Nah, the man, bro. Thank you.
All right, it's one of our favorite parts of the show. We call this crowd surfing. So if you have anything that you'd like us to talk about, discuss, it doesn't have to be sports as well. It's a beautiful part of crowd surfing. You can hit us up on Instagram, YouTube. Honestly, you know how to get in touch these days.
That's it.
I'm talking to the converter with that. I've crowd surfed a few this week that I would like us to have open discussions about. Shaun, you just
I'm chilling.
You just chill and jump in where you need to jump in. on this
Okay.
one, all right. One of them will be though. You talked about this last week. Is what NFL team do you need to support?
Oh, we
And when
got
I say
something?
we had feedback, we had some feedback. So
All
I think there's it's important for us right now though to say that at the end of this you will have a team to support.
Oh, yes. All right, let's go.
Okay, I rock with the Philadelphia Eagles. Marc, who are you with?
Carolina Panthers.
That's right. So feel free to jump on those two if you want to. I just don't think that's the kind of person you are.
Okay.
I don't think that's what
I'll
you do.
happily stay.
First one that I've got, though, is completely outside the sporting realm. And as three dads just having a yarn, I think this is important. Actually, it's probably more pressed towards you two as well because it's talking about dads with daughters.
Oh, don't.
So here we go.
Going here.
You guys aren't there just yet, but the age is getting close, especially for you, Marc. This message reads, my daughter started dating. That's tough enough as it is, I can imagine. She's 16. I said to the boy that she went out with, have her home by 9 p.m. He got her home at 9:15. What's my next play?
I'll tell you what, you are sending her to a convent, and she will return at 40. Here's the thing for me. If I say 9 p.m. is when you're dropping my daughter home, I mean 8:53.
Yeah.
That's
all
a test, bro.
Yeah.
That's a
8:53.
test.
That's respect, not only to us as a family, me as a father, and to my daughter. So there's going to be some stern words being spoken to, not to my daughter, because she's a princess. I don't need to talk to her. It's to him. Next time he comes around, we're going to have issues.
Bro, I'm sitting here. I'm a bit queasy, if I'm being honest. I feel like I've just got the shakes all of a sudden. There's one thing I struggle with, bro. My daughters are 4 and 1. But the thought of their heart going elsewhere at some point in life just really does wig me out. So if that heart wanders to a bloke who can't get my daughter home on time, that really hurts.
Because it's more than just getting them home. They're telling you something at that point.
Like,
you're not listening to me? Okay, here we go.
Like, my word doesn't matter. You know, my word doesn't carry any weight here. You know, like, I wish I could be that guy that, you know, like Matua, 6 foot plus stand at the door. You know, but I might have to be that guy that gets all his 6 foot mates in the garage, and just says, come in here, I got to show you my car, and then whack, get that in here.
You're good too, because you got like a Fanua Blake you can rock with.
Hey, I've got some, we got Aki,
Adam
we got
Blair,
Paddy, we got
Aki,
some boys,
you know.
so.
I don't feel like I'm first person that
Hey,
you're going to call.
but seriously, have those words, and if you're that kid out there that's taking someone's daughter on a date, do it respectfully, and do it what the father says, please. Let's just avoid any conflict there.
It's more, yeah, it's
It's a test and you failed. That's
it.
To that young boy, young king, you failed. Second, this will be interesting, Shaun. Would it be easier for basketballers to switch code to league or league players to switch to basketball?
Do I even need a...
Yes, you do, bro. Because I think I know what you're going to say and you're so wrong.
By far, we've actually had this conversation many a times, my bro. Basketball is like work compared to league. There's not even a discussion. That's not even a conversation. You want to talk to me about, is it harder to go do something non-physical or physical? Then you're kidding yourself. I don't need to say any more about that than that. To me, by far, playing rugby league is a whole heap harder than playing basketball.
Look, we have to have some.
You asked me a question, I answered it. Can we just leave it?
No, there has to be some sort of level of because we are a sports show. We're not just flabbergasting. You know, you just say whatever you feel like you can.
There's got to
just
be some analysis.
Yeah, because basketball outside of football and could maybe go toe-to-toe with football is the most skillful game you can play. You have to have skill.
Yeah, but you can't teach mana. Skill you can learn. You can't teach mana. Hello, we play rugby league. It's a physical sport. Everyone, every halfback, every fullback, every little man, every big man, they've got an ounce of mana in them. They do, to play the sport. Well, you want to try to say to me, you don't have any? Bro, I did it for 14 years. Of course I got some.
Would you rather have skill or mana?
What do you mean? That's what I'm saying. I can learn skill. I can't teach you anything about mana, my bro.
You can't
You either got it or
that.
you don't. So that's why I'm saying to you, basketball is easier to adapt to than rugby league.
I'll be honest with you.
Just saying. Can I just say, don't ask me a question and jump down my throat when I give you the answer? Like, what is this?
No one's jumping down your throat, first of all.
My gosh.
Right? Just to clear that up real quick.
Get all defensive in that.
You have 6 tackles. Every time you're going to get 6, you're going to kick it that way. Hopefully you get a little bit of ground, go another 6, kick it. Hopefully someone doesn't drop the ball, kick it again, get enough possession, go and score a try. Rinse and repeat. Basketball is the most crafty, skillful, power, finesse game you are possibly going to see outside of football.
Basketball, you got to put a ball in the hoop.
How hard is
and
that,
then
bro?
sorry if you miss
I've
it,
seen
you
try
don't
to
get
do that.
ridiculed. I think someone gets celebrated if they go 40% from the field. 40% from the field. They shoot 4 from 10. They're like a good shooter. What, Steph Curry, what's his percentage?
Bro, like 44%.
Oh, whoa, he's the best shooter in the world.
He's the greatest shooter
missed
of all
over half
time.
shots.
Bro, he's the greatest. He's saying missed over half his shots.
Do the math on this.
Bro, you are wait till the people come for you.
Oh, you wait.
Bro,
You wanted analytics, and he just said it.
Like,
He
this
said,
is
he
the
missed
bit I
half a
don't get
shot.
with my friends. Like, at the end of the day, guys, you asked me a question, I answered it. We can have difference of opinions, okay, but ultimately, I gave you some analytics to back up my answer. But to the question, which is harder, basketball or league, or harder to adapt to? I believe league is, all right? Is there anything else?
You couldn't even beat me in horse. This is what I'll say. Look, you're a professional athlete. I'm a
Bro, why
washed
you
up,
gotta keep
never,
digging here, bro?
Never. This is what, look. You
better hope I can't
you're
beat you
still
at
playing.
horse.
You wouldn't even get a letter on me.
Oh, I'll for damn sure get a
You
letter
wanna
on
get
you.
a letter on me?
No, don't do that.
Let's go down to the court tomorrow. You wouldn't even
wait,
get a
so
letter
you're telling
on
me I wouldn't get a letter off
I
you?
promise you wouldn't get a letter on me.
Brooke.
And I'm a washed up has-been nobody.
No, you were a somebody. Hey, let's not
No,
do
don't-
this. Let's
don't
not
now.
squash
No,
our
no,
beef.
no.
You were a somebody, Brooke Ruscoe.
Don't you try
all
that now.
And I'm proud of all your accomplishments.
Horse tomorrow.
But,
For league, for basketball, I'll stand
hey,
up
what,
for
you're telling me I
basketball.
won't get a letter?
If you get a letter on me, you're right.
Let's do it, my boy. Yeah, lock it
Lock
in.
it in?
Yeah.
I'll see you at horse. See, this is new media, all
Yeah,
right? We
yeah.
settle it out on the
Nah, I
basketball
like
court.
that. Let's do that, baby.
All right. Sorry, just find myself. Breathe. Okay, last one. We did talk about this is the NFL, which starts, Mark, when does that start?
Next week, next Friday.
Okay, now I'm kind of getting excited here. This
All right.
is a great way to finish this.
So you said that there was, you're just looking for an NFL team to be a part of. Also, are you doing fantasy now?
Yes, I am, bro.
Got caught into fantasy? I
Got
like
caught
that.
into a fantasy, so we're on there. So now I just need a team. As I start to get a bit more traction with this, I'm going to start taking out these fantasy comps. I ain't in here to take part. I'm in here to take over. The great Conor McGregor.
Go and get a quarterback. That's the first thing you need when you draft your team.
Oh, I was thinking like a running back or a wide receiver.
Yes, someone's told you
Yeah.
right. Don't listen to him.
And I mean, if anything, I'd like to get maybe like, I don't need first draft pick. Get me down the order there. Maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 even.
Just
I don't mind.
humble
Yeah,
beginnings.
we'll take it.
Okay, well, let's stay up to date with your fantasy. Anyway, a lot of people reply with teams that you should support. I reckon I've nailed it down to 3, and I reckon you have a jam from these.
Okay,
3.
I want to hear the names of the person that wrote these comments too. Can you call them out?
Yep.
You got names there? Let's give them some light.
Kisanase.
Okay.
They think that you should support the Dolphins. Here's why. Pacific Islander QB.
Tour.
Yep.
Okay.
Superstar offense.
Yep.
Tyreek Hill's in there.
Yep.
Just got ranked the #1 player by his peers in the NFL. But basically, it's around the idea of a superstar offense that is backed by someone that we kind of see as one of us.
Okay.
So there's number
Valid.
1. Dolphins are in there. They got cool uniforms too. Number 2, see, I think there's something brave about supporting a team that's already winning. Like bandwagoning. I think there's something courageous in doing that in today's day and age.
Okay.
The Chiefs.
Okay.
You go get Patty Mahomes. You jump in there already with Travis Kelce.
Taylor Swift in that.
You have a little Swifty in the gang in that.
Taylor and Kermit in that.
You know what I'm saying? Get rocking at Arrowfield. The Chiefs, they've just gone, Mark, forgive me if I'm wrong, they're going back to back. They're looking to go for the 3-peat.
Yep.
Okay, so they're kind of like an easy win, right?
Yeah, but I think there's something courageous in today's day and age in taking the team that's already winning.
If I'm going between them or Miami, I'm thinking the Dolphins right now.
Okay,
So
I dig
let's-
it. Finally,
The alternative strip too with the Dolphins, the white always looks good on the skin.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Does
not that
it?
complex. That
Yeah.
Southeast Asian blood, lad.
100%.
it's a nice uniform, bro.
Okay,
with the baby
sweet.
blue. And it's Miami. Seems like a cool place to be. Finally, it's the Raiders. Now, they were Oakland. They had them dogs.
They're like them bad boys.
Yeah, they had Marshawn Lynch type of, he went back home. He played with them. Now they're obviously in Vegas. And here's where I think things can cross over with you.
Okay.
Potentially, you could still be going to Vegas next year.
Yep.
Spending a bit of time there. And sorry, Hamid Patel is actually the one who's coming up with these points, not me. You're traveling there next year. Hibiscus Coast Raiders.
Oh, don't you pull the heartstrings.
You know what I mean? So there's that. There's that there.
Oh, what?
They wear New Zealand colours. There's a synergy that is potentially forming with you and the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, Oakland Raiders, I can't see you as a Oakland Raiders kind of guy.
the
But
LA
Las Vegas.
No. Yeah, okay.
I
Las
see
Vegas,
I see
Las
that
Vegas, not
potentially
LA.
being a bit of you. So there's 3 options there. Obviously, you can go with whatever you want. But those are the 3 that I go, okay, maybe SJ wants a bit of that.
Okay, and we're leaving this discussion right now with me having a team.
Have to pick a team.
So it's either option A or option C.
Oh, so you got rid of...
I'm Chiefs out. I'm Chiefs out because
You don't like Steph Curry, do you? Patty Mahomes is the Steph Curry of the NFL.
just like you want to be put on a bit of an underdog or someone like, you know, and for that reason, you know what, I'm going to commit. I'm going to go the Vegas. I'm going to go Las Vegas Raiders.
He's a Raider!
That's my team.
You have to commit. This is a lifetime commitment.
No, that's a lifetime commitment. I am the Las Vegas Raiders, and a couple of points in there really, you know,
Hibiscus Coaster.
like the Raiders have just been part of who I am, really. I don't know why I even had to think about what team I should support.
Okay.
Now that those points have been brought up, I felt like I'm home, baby. Like, you know, we've landed where we needed to land.
The
So
ship's landed.
I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Las Vegas Raiders.
It also means you have to support the Canberra Raiders, so...
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Raiders it is!
Okay.
Congratulations.
Who's their quarterback?
Gardner Minshew, I think it is at the moment.
Oh, it's Gardner.
He's the guy with the big mo.
Yeah, the big mo.
I'll be shaving
And
one
you
in
got
next time I go to Vegas.
Devontae Adams, the wide receiver. He's
You guys got Devontae Adams?
He's silky.
Well, you gotta
Yes,
enjoy
all
that
right.
squad.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
That's the squad.
Play on, play on.
Welcome on in to the weekend sports menu, gentlemen. Might I entice you with some of the up-and-coming sports events? We have the US Open, Heatwave, WWE Bash in Berlin, and Argentina versus Wales in rugby union.
Is that the tennis US Open?
Mm-hmm.
Is that already rolled round, is it? Yeah, I'll go for a bit of that straight off the bat.
Oh. Something about WWE that just excites me.
Don't you?
Honestly, we had Dakota Kai come in, you know, she was cool with it. Give me that WWE Bash in Berlin, baby.
All right, let's move through to the main course. Couple on there. Warriors taking on Sharks. That's 9:30 p.m. on Saturday. And, of course, the All Blacks taking on their mighty foe, the Springboks.
Yeah, it's two big ones.
Sunday, 3 a.m.
Can I ask, are you playing?
That is very much up in the air right now.
Okay, cool, because that depends on, you know, if I'm going to which one I'm going to pick. With that being said, look, I know that you're definitely going to be with the Warriors and Sharks. I'm actually excited to get up and watch for the first time in a very long time. I have to be truthful with that. I'm going to get up. I was going to say I'll get up with Winter. He'll probably already be awake. And watch that game on Sunday. So I'm going to go All Black Springboks. Just though.
Yeah,
just.
that's fair. You know what I've got, good sir. You know what I've got.
Mm-hmm, indeed. I think you can watch both too if you wanted to, Brooke. You can order both here on the menu.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dying
Really?
out,
that
bro.
way. That's a
Just
goodie.
dying out.
I've been working hard, baby. Let me get both.
And finally, in desserts, we have the Bulldogs taking on the Seagulls, of course, after the Warriors beat the Sharks this time. This game's going to have a massive ramifications. If Doggies win, they go in. We have Manchester United taking on Liverpool in the English Premier League, which is back up and running. And, of course, Tour Championship. This is in Atlanta, Georgia. $20 million purse up for grabs.
I mean, 20 million is nice, but let me see them Liverpool, whatever the hell they're called, get a hiding, baby.
Nah.
It's the Red Devils all day, baby.
No. Liverpool, they're the You'll Never Walk Alone. Yeah, I've been to their facility, and it is a spot. I'm gutted that manager just got, hey, he's just Klopp. Yeah, because he's a
selling us.
rooster.
Yeah,
Honestly, he's such a good dude. So, no, I'm Liverpool all day. Yeah, I'm taking that too. Yeah, and don't LeBron got like a little minority stake in that? Oh,
LeBron got something.
he got something in Liverpool. Yeah.
Actually, I'll come. No, I
Nah.
will never. Get the hell
Liverpool,
out of it.
baby. Let's go.
Red
Hey.
Devils, baby, we out here.
Whatever you choose to watch this weekend, we
Rashford.
wish you all the very best. Thank you for watching.
That was a fun show.
Shout out to the Butch, absolute legend. Absolute legend. Hey, if this is your last game, rock out, baby, rock out.
Thanks, brother.
Play on.
Lamborghini. Look out the space! Shaun Johnson. Aguero. Bang! It's over. Pass is intercepted at the goal line.
In your life have you seen anything like that?
Elliott hits it over the baseline. And New Zealand are in the World Cup final.
Play on, play on, play on, play on.